Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome to MGM IT Training Institute as functional testing. So as part of functional testing yesterday, we have covered a few of the topics, right? Like what is software and what is SDLC. And we have gone through the difference between the product versus project. And also we have discussed about the why testing is required, right? So a small request before starting today's session also, I'm again reminding again for those who are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe the name, okay, to the channel like Performance Testing Live Training, Pawan MGMT for this channel. So you won't receive any notifications from our any important notification like job notifications or any new training information or anything, any new technology if we talk on this. So we will get all the notifications to this. So requesting everyone to subscribe our channel. Okay. Okay. Let's okay. Before starting our new session for today, let's recap our discussion. So anyone can tell about the SDLC? What is SDLC? What we have learned yesterday? Hello, yeah. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm asking some question, right? Can anyone tell about the SDLC?
Software development lifecycle.
Okay. Why we use?
It involves development of a software.
Hmm. So it is something like to develop any software, we will follow certain process, right?
Yes.
So the process is known as SDLC.
Mm.
Okay, right? So what is the main objective of the testing? As we discussed yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
To bring a quality product to the market.
right. To deliver the quality product to the customers of market. So testing is an activity to detect and identify the defects in the software. The main object of testing is to deliver the quality product to the customer, right?
Yes.
So here I will give you a very high level understanding of what kind of testing we will do and why testers not require any programming skills. Okay. So let me give you a high level picture. So there are different types of testings. Okay, we need to as part of STLC, right? As part of STLC, we'll do sorry different types of testing, right? So for example, in real-time environment, right? There are two guys involved in software development process. One is uh, uh, developer, another person is tester. Okay, these are the two key people, okay, who involve in real-time environments for developing any software applications. Okay, they are one is developer and the other person is tester. Okay, so we can call him as QA also. Okay, so these are the two teams majorly involved during software development process. So what are the main role of developer is they will develop the software, means they will write different programs for the customer requirements. Based on the customer requirements, okay, they will write different programs using any of the technologies, okay, which was discussed during the design phase. Okay, like the technologies like Python or Java, .NET, we have different types of technologies, right? So based on any one of the two, they will use and they will write different programs for the customer requirements. And they don't do any testing, means they will do only certain level of testing. Okay, developers also will do certain level of testing. Okay, but they will limit to certain level of testing. Okay, they don't do entire testing, but they will do some testing. Okay, so QA or testing team is different team. They are completely responsible for testing the entire software application. Okay. So QA people are testers will responsible only to test the complete software application. Okay. So there is no limits for them. Okay. To test the application. Okay. Testers never develop any program. They will test the entire software application from end to end. Okay. They should know the complete knowledge of the application, and developers will write only coding. Okay, they will develop certain software, but they will also do certain level of testing. Okay, they will limit the testing. Okay, they won't do any entire application testing. Okay, they will do certain level of testing. Okay, so developers or programmers, okay, will develop the software and testers test the software. Okay, so developers, what they will do, develop the software,
Do certain
testers will test the software. Okay, but here, if you understand what is developer task is, they will write a small programs. Okay, what the developer is, they will write a small programs. Okay, this is program 1. Okay, to program 2. Let's say this is program 3. Okay, here developer task is they will write a small programs. Okay, and they will also do a certain level of testing, like whether the program is working or not. Okay, like they will give some input and they are expecting some output to be there. So this is also kind of testing. Okay, so let's say example, they are writing some program like one addition of numbers. Okay, like 1 + 2 = 3. They have written one program, and the expected result, they have given input like 1 and 1 plus 2. Okay, and the expected output is 3, right? So they will give some input and they are expecting some output to be there. So this is also kind of testing. Okay, what the level of doing testing is called as unit testing. Okay, developers, what they will do is, okay, developers, what they will do is, the type of testing they are known as unit testing. Unit testing is part of only during the development of any application. Okay, so developers will be involved only for unit testing. What the unit testing is, what the developer has written any of the code, certain code. Okay, whether the code is working or not, they will test that, right? So that kind of testing is known as unit testing. Okay, means they test their own programs, what internal logic of the programs, like they are create some conditional statements and looping statements and everything, right? So they need to make sure all the lines of the code is properly executing or not. Okay, when providing different kinds of inputs to the program. Okay, are we getting the correct output or not? So they will test internal logic of the program. Okay, that is called as unit testing. So what is unit testing? The developers will perform certain level of testing whether the program is working as per expected or not. Okay, that kind of testing is known as unit testing. Okay, and this is done basically done by the only at the developer point of view. Okay, so and is done basically done by the developers at the developer point of view. They know the program, how they had written program, and similarly they have multiple programs. Okay, so developers know what they have written and they know what the logic they have written. So they will do certain level of testing. Okay, and similarly they will develop, different developers will write different programs, right? Like a developer one write program 1 and program 2 and program 3, right? They will communicate with each other. Suppose here different programs they have. Developer 1 wrote program 1, developer 2 have written program 2, and developer 3 have written program 3. Let's assume like that. Okay, and they will communicate with each other. Okay, finally they have to club all these into a single program. Okay, single program, they have to integrate all these into a okay, they have communicated with each other. Suppose whatever output is given by the program 1, okay, it is a input to the program 2. Whatever output coming for the program 2, that is the input to the program 3. Okay, and once they mix this all these three into a single module, okay, single program. Okay, so they need to test the communication between these modules or programs. That is called integration testing. Okay, this type of means combining all the programs into a single program, okay, or single module. Okay, with by testing this module, we can call it as a integration testing. So integration testing means integrating, means the name itself saying that it is integrating multiple programs. Okay, integrating multiple programs. Okay, so once we integrate the multiple programs, they will test that particular program. Okay, by combining all the programs into a single program, they will test, the developers will test. Okay, so that type of testing is known as integration testing. So integration testing is also done by the
Developer.
developers only. Okay, so what is integration testing is testing of all the programs written by the developers. Okay, after sorry, combining of all the programs into a single program or module. Okay, at that time, after combining the module, single program into after combining all these programs into a single program or a single module, they will test whether the complete program is working or not. That kind of testing is integration testing. So unit testing is single program. Okay, single developer wrote the single program, right? They will test internal logic of that program. Okay, whether the program is working or not. That is unit testing. And integration testing is combining all the programs into a single program, then they will test that. Okay, that kind of testing is called as integration testing. Clear or not? Please let me know. Okay, if you are not following, please let us know, let me know. Okay. Okay, so these two testings, if you want to conduct, we need to know the programming skills or internal logic of the program. So that is the reason these two testings will be done by the developers itself in their environment. Okay, so environment, right? I tell environment, I will tell the next. Okay, once they are done with this. Okay, so these two testings is required to conduct by the only developers, because the developers know about the programming skills and they know the internal logic of the program. So that is the reason these two testings will be done by the developer itself. Okay, so these testings are never done by the testers, because they don't know the programs or internal logic of the program, because the tester doesn't require any technical knowledge, right? They don't know, they don't have any technical knowledge. Okay, or programming skills for them, right? So that is the reason these two testings will be done by the only developer, right? So developers will do in their own environment. Okay, they have certain environment to test this application or a program or module. Okay, that is called, we can call it as development environment. Okay, okay, but they don't do the complete testing. Okay, developers, they don't do the complete testing. So once they have written particular code, they will perform only unit and integration testing, right? So once they're done with these two testings, okay, finally, what they will do is they integrate this program as a build or a package, or we can call it as executable format. Okay, or you can call it as a build or package or executable format. Okay, so what is build or package executable will discuss more into in depth in the future classes. Okay, right now for a high level understanding, I'm giving a small example, like, so what is this build or package or executable means, why it is executable format means we don't see the code, right? So like as I said, they have developed one feature. Okay, let's say example, this is a login page. You guys have know everything about login page, like for any banking application or Facebook or whatever the application you are using, there is some login page, right? You will enter username and password, right? And you click on submit, right? So let's assume only that page has developed by the development team. Okay, by integrating their internal logic into a single module, that is called, we can treat it as a some logic login page. Okay, so login page, what we have for login page, we have both username and password and submit a login button, right? Okay, these things will have. Okay, this is the page they have developed for single page. Okay, all the developers have written. Okay, so developers know how to test this because they know the internal logic or program they can test in their environment. But as a testers, we cannot test into their systems. Okay, we cannot go to the developer system, we cannot test, right? So what they will do, and we cannot take that program into our systems also, right? So what they will do is they will give some executable format. Okay, executable format is, let's say in your desktops. Okay, if you want to install any software like Google Chrome or okay, Outlook or anything. Okay, if you want to install, what you will do, you will download some .exe file, right? Using that
Yes.
.exe file, what you will do, you will click on next, and you will install into that software, right?
Yes.
Getting? So like the way they also convert their program into a some executable format. Okay, so .exe file. Okay, that file we can call it as a build, or we can call it as a package, or we can call it as a executable file. Okay, by taking that executable file .exe file into our machines, okay, into your own machines, okay, like we have separate machines, right? Machines means in the laptops or desktops. Okay, we'll install into our system, okay, into our machine, okay, like it is our own environment. Okay, by clicking next, and the application will be installed into our machines. Okay, so that is the reason they will give the build or package or executable format. Okay, because the testers don't have any programming skills, or we cannot take those programs into our system. So for this, the ease of doing is the developers will convert those program into a executable format. Using that executable format, we'll install that application into our machines and we'll test it. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Why it is executable format means we don't see the code, we can't see any internal logic code what they have written. We just install the build in our QA environment, just like installing a software. Okay, then we'll do a testing of an application. So what kind of testing we'll do is already unit testing and integration testing is done by the developers. But here we also do a certain testing. Okay, but this testing is completely done by the testing team only. Okay, so this is called as system testing. Yeah, what the testers or QA people do, what type of testing? They will call it as a system testing. System means complete software. Okay, the complete end to end we have to perform. Okay, but here what is the input is the developer is written the code because they know the internal logic they are able to test in the form of unit and integration testing. But when come to the system testing, how the testers know the functionality of application? Okay, so we got the executable format, we install that application into our machines, but how to test? Okay, but how to test? Okay, so but when come to system testing, how the testers know the functionality of the application? So before getting the build from the developers, the tester has to do certain job. Okay, so what? Before getting the build from the developers, tester has to do certain job. They have to understand the requirements from the customer. Okay, and they will prepare test cases. They will prepare test plans. So before getting build from the developers, QA has to ready with all the action plans in the form of test cases. Okay, in the form of test cases. Okay, so developers are taking some 2 weeks or 3 weeks to develop so and so on. Until the 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the testers can't sit silently. Okay, they have to do their work. Like they have to understand the functionality of the application. Okay, how they will understand? They will read the requirements page from the customers. Okay, and based on the requirements, the testers will prepare the test cases. Okay, test plans. Okay, these are the things they have to get ready with the testing plan before the build comes into the QA team. Okay. Here test cases means it's a step-by-step process. Okay. Test cases means it is a step-by-step process to be executed. Okay. So this will be discussed more in coming classes. Okay. Once we started with the full-fledged classes, then we can discuss. Whereas this demo, I'm giving high-level understanding only. Okay. So test cases means it's a step-by-step process to be executed. Okay. So once we are clear with the requirement, we can write all the test cases and then we can easily test the software. So like this, we can test the entire software. Okay. So here we talked about different testings like unit and integration testing, which is done by the developers at the program level, whereas system testing is done by the testers, whether this application is working as per the customer requirement or not. That is the main intention of the system testing. What is the system testing intention is the application is working as per the customer requirements or not. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So here we don't, here we means testers. Okay, whenever I say we mean here our team testers. Okay, so here we don't know what developer has written. Okay, so here we don't know what developer has written, but we should know the functionality, like how the application be like and how the screen should be look, and how the screens, how the pages will transfer one page to another, right? So that, so the unit and integration testing is also known as white box testing. Okay, so the unit and integration testing is also known as white box testing because they know what they have written inside. Okay, so white box testing will be done by the
Developer.
developers. Okay, because they know what they have written inside the application. Okay, when it comes to the system testing, okay, we don't know what is there internally, we don't know the code, what is the internal logic, but still we are testing the software based on the requirements, right? So that is called as black box testing. Okay, so white box testing is done by the developers and black box testing is done by the testers. Okay, so black box means internally we don't know what is there completely, what is there inside the thread. It's completely blank for us. Okay, for testers, the logic or internal program, we don't see anything. It's a completely blank. Okay, for testers, that's we can call it as a simply black box testing. White box testing means they know what they have written. They can see the program. They can read the program. They know the logic and everything is they can see. It means which is white box. Okay, white box testing. That's where developers will perform all white box testing. Under white box testing, what they will do, unit and integration testing. Okay, coming to black box means black, it's a blank for us. Okay, we don't know the internal logic or internal program, we cannot see that. We can only see the UI or the function. Okay, so UI we can see only the application. Internal backend we cannot see anything, which is blank for us. That's we can call it as a black box testing. During black box testing, what we'll do, we can do system testing. Okay, so we have different types of testing that will also cover in the coming sessions. Okay, so all test engineers will comes under the black box and all developers will comes under the white box. Okay, so one more testing is there, that is UAT, user acceptance. Okay, so once QA team is done with the testing, okay, once QA team is done with the testing, what they will give it to the customer. Okay, I will say the customers, boss, we have done our internal QA testing. You can take it, you can hand over. Okay, we are handing over to you for further testing. Okay, once QA team is done with the testing, they will give it to the customer. And the customer will deploy in their own environment. Okay, customers also will have their own environment. Okay, so customers also directly don't deploy into the live. Okay, they don't believe us. Okay, what they will do, okay, they will also test their from their end whether the application is working as per our requirements or not. Okay, they will also test it before releasing to the market. The customers also perform certain level of testing. Okay, because customers should know how it will work and they also have their own test cases and all. So sometimes they also find defects or bugs during their testing in UAT. Okay, sometimes we miss. Okay, our QA people may miss some use cases. Okay, okay, in some cases the customers can identify those test cases. Okay, those bugs and defects. So once the UAT is also success, then only the customer will deploy in the production or live environment, or they will release to the market. Okay, clear? Yeah. Hello. One second. And also, just I want to mention here is like there is difference. What is the difference between development and testing is development team is respected to the sorry, development team is respected to the some technologies. Okay, testing team is irrespective of the technology. Okay, they don't need to require any technology knowledge. Okay, so like for developer, as a Java is one of their technology. Okay, they can develop only Java application, but as a tester we don't have any technical knowledge. We can test any application which is developed in any technology. Okay, irrespective of the technology we can test, like even Java application we can test, even Python application we can test. Okay, even a .NET application we can test. Okay, irrespective of technology the testing team will work on that. Okay, because the testing team should know only the functionality of the application, how the application will work, that is required. But development team, they have required some technical knowledge. Okay, they can either have only Java or Python, okay, .NET, like that. Okay, so more technical knowledge is required to develop the application. Okay, less technical knowledge is required to test the application, because we should depend only on the functionality of the application. Okay, technology might change frequently. Technology ఎప్పటికప్పుడు మారుతూ ఉంటుంది, అప్డేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. బట్ టెస్టర్స్ కి will never change the technology. Okay, because we don't depends on technology, we depends only on the functionality. Functionality అన్నది ఎప్పుడు చేంజ్ అవ్వదు కదా, ఒక అప్లికేషన్ కి ఒక ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఉంటుంది. బట్ coming to development, they have to upgrade with their latest technologies. Okay, that is okay. And we talked about the environment, right? Well, I'm talking about the software application or testing environment or development environment. So what is environment means? It is nothing but the location which contains the different hardware and software settings or components. Okay, we can call it as, it's a location which contains based on the hardware and software settings. Okay, so as application ki this much of hardware kavali, this much of software requirements ఉంటాయి. That specific component is, we can call it as an environment. Okay, here for every software application or software development company, I have four different environments. Okay, one is development environment, and other is testing environment, and one is UAT environment, and last is live environment or production or live environment, we can call it as. Okay, so development environment means this is the first environment in every project. Okay, this is the first and foremost like development environment is first environment in every project. During this environment, development team will be involving to develop the application as per the client requirement, right? So development team will be involving to develop the application as per the client requirement, right? So after successful completion of the development, they will deploy the application into testing environment. Okay. So development team also, they will develop and test in their own environment. In their own environment for development, they have development environment. Okay, and testing. During this environment, testing team will be involving to perform testing on the application as per the client requirement, right? So after successful completion of the testing in the testing environment, testing team will give the confirmation to the development team. Based on the confirmation from the testing team, development team will deploy the application into the UAT environment. Okay, UAT means customer environment. Okay, UAT during that, so that is also, so UAT environment is where the customers will perform the testing. Okay, and finally, as I said, production and live environment on the UAT, during the UAT environment testing, it's if we say that it is a buggy free, then the customers will deploy or release to the production environment. Okay, so clear, there are four different types of environment. One is development, testing, UAT, and production environments. Okay, so during development and development environment, development team will work on the development environment. Testing in during, sorry, testing environment, testing team will involve. UAT means clients will or customers will work on their own. Production means end users will work. End users means the users of so and so application for using, let's suppose banking application. We are the persons, right? Will use. Okay, end person who are having account in the bank, they can use it. That we can call it as end users. Okay, clear? Yeah. Yeah. Also, status. Okay, we have different status of the project. Okay, there are three different status are available in a project. Okay, one is green. Okay, right. So what is green means? If everything is going fine in the project, that means development team has completed development in time and testing team has completed testing in time, then the status of the project, we can say it as a green. Green means everything is fine. Okay, there is no blockers, no issues, and anything. Everything is completed on time. Okay, like development is completed on time and testing is completed on time. Okay, everything. So then we can call, we can mark them that project as, we can change the status of the project is green. Okay. Yellow. Yellow means some delay in the project. Means how can we able to complete the project by time by working in same some extra hours or weekends. In that case, the status of the project will be make it as a yellow. Okay. There should be some, if there is any delay in the project. Okay. Okay. If we suppose if we want to release the project by first of next month, okay, but there is some getting delay in the project, then we have to work some extra hours or weekends, right? At that time, we can change the status to be yellow. Okay, that means more delay in the project and we cannot able to complete the project in time. In that case, the status of the project, we can call it as a red. Okay,
Yes.
so green means everything is going fine, like we are going on time. Okay, yellow means there is some delay, slight delay. Okay, means slight delay means we have to work extra hours. Okay, then we can make it as a yellow. And red means whatever we are unable to, even we have worked on extra hours or weekends also, we cannot complete the project on time, then we can mark it as a red. Okay. Yeah. And we should know different knowledge required in IT industry. Like we should know about there are three different knowledge required in IT industry. Okay, there are three different knowledge required in IT industry. That is domain knowledge, technical knowledge, and functional knowledge. Yeah, you should know about it. Domain knowledge means domain knowledge is nothing but the core business knowledge of the client. Okay, domain knowledge is nothing but the core business knowledge of the client. This knowledge is required for both development team as well as the testing team. Okay, like example, banking domain. Okay, if we want to work on banking application, we should know banking domain, insurance domain, have airlines domain. Okay, transport domain, healthcare domain, there are a lot of domains. Okay, we should know. Okay, this domain knowledge should required. This domain knowledge is required for both testing team and development team. Okay, so domain knowledge is nothing but the core business knowledge of the client. Okay, and technical knowledge. Technical knowledge is nothing but the knowledge in a specific technology. Like technical knowledge required for only for development team to develop applications. Okay, like C or Java, .NET or Python, like this. Okay, this technical knowledge should required only for the development team because they have to develop applications, right? And functional knowledge, it is nothing but the knowledge in a functionality of the specific applications. Okay, this knowledge is required for testing team to perform testing on the application. Like if we want to test mm, online banking application, okay, we should know the complete functionality of the banking application. Okay, we should, then only we can test the entire application. Okay, so this knowledge is required for testing team only. Okay, development team no need to complete functional knowledge. Okay, but this is main core for the testing team because they should know entire functionality of the application, then only they can perform testing of the application. Okay, and okay, so what we have discussed today about testing types, right? Unit testing, integration testing, black box testing, system
White
testing.
bulb testing, user
Right.
acceptance testing.
Okay. Also, we have discussed about the different statuses and domain knowledge, right? Actually, I want to
Yes.
start. Okay. And we have SDLC. So SDLC, it will take. They have different process models, as I said, right? To develop or any application, for any application, we have to follow certain process, right? That process is known as SDLC process, right? So in SDLC also we have different types of models, okay, like waterfall model,
Waterfall, V model,
V model, right?
agile methodology,
Agile model. Next.
three types system also there. Only three, sir. Waterfall and V model, agile methodology, three models.
Okay.
Spiral model. Spiral.
Okay. Okay. Prototype.
Photo.
Prototype. Okay. So these are different models we have. So we cannot continue now. Okay. So I will in this V model and Agile model is the most important models, and most of the market is occupied with Agile model, and next occupied with the V model. Okay. And rest of the models are not using. Okay. I will tell about that who are using those models and who are not using them. But while telling about these models, I will take around 1 classes for both these models. Okay. 1 hour of classes. Okay. Tomorrow I will continue on this waterfall, V model, spiral, and prototype model. Okay. Agile model will tell in the next phase. Okay.
Yes.
Let me stop recording for